to another edition of Student of the Game Quarterback Breakdown Edition 2021 series. Gotta find Bubba. We have Bubba Chandler on the screen right now. This 6'3", 195-pound gunslinger was recently offered by Rhett Lashley. So we are in the midst of a miss season, so let's see if we can hit. And on this very first play, Chandler's going to roll out. Now, what I'm noticing already is if you can see this linebacker, well, back here there's no safety. So we're in what we call cover zero. This is going to be a sprint out, and on the back end, you're going to see your Twins wide receivers. They're running Dino concepts, right? Post. Just watch this little silky smooth stutter right here. And whoop. Bang. Pretty. 6. Way to start the clip, young man. So Bubba Chandler already threw the ball, and I want to show you this frame because it's frozen, right? The ball's in the air. And you know, when you have a quick release, it's like you sneak up a fastball on a hitter, right? He's just not expecting it. Maybe you work. Like, just look at all these defenders. Like, they have no clue that the ball is in the air. And if you're looking at this, look, you got 5 defenders right here. And watch where this ball is going to go. Okay? Touchdown. Bang. 6. Look at that. That's amazing. Now we're going to back this up. We'll watch this in real time. And you just see how quick his release is and his ability to just throw this touchdown on a rope. Impressive stuff. So Bubba, got to find him. In this case, he's a very fluent mover. I like the way, I like his mannerisms back in the pocket. Very, very smooth deliverer of the football. And in this case, he's doing another rollout, and he's very comfortable in this capacity. And his offensive coordinator is asking him to do this quite much. But in this case, he's trying to run sticks. You have the number 2 and 3 wide receivers. They're just basically running outs at a stick point, and they're going to go ahead and try to get them the ball. Now, when it's not there, he's got to go ahead and make a play. And I like this vision, right? He's staring into the field side. He's staring the whole time at the stick concepts. But here you go. Keeps his eyes upfield. They're playing a little backyard football, redirecting a route on the outside. There's that dig deep downfield. Now, not necessarily the trajectory that I'm accustomed to seeing from big power arm guys, but this is effective right here. Here you go. Here's the throw. First down. Now you're cooking. Now you're in business. Can't stress this enough. You watch enough film. Bubba's just very comfortable with his movements and in the pocket. And, you know, right here, let me give a little shout out to this defender. Obviously, you have the safety. He's on this side. When he decides to turn and run, man, he gets there. He covers a lot of ground. So good cover skills on this guy, but there's no defense for a perfectly thrown ball. And when Bubba goes ahead and pulls this trigger, real quick release, there it is again. Just nice touch. Look, yeah, see that safety? Wow, covered a lot of ground. I know this is quarterback breakdown film, but got to give credit to the young man. Still great throw, Bubba. Way to split that double. See, I like when I see quarterbacks that do this. And right here, Bubba, he's going to open up. Just check his vision. Just check where he has his head. He's right down the middle of the field, so he's going to scan. So that's part one for me because that's keeping the defenders at bay. You don't want to give them anything early. You're not staring at your wide receiver. So now he's basically scanning from left to right. Now, here's a couple other things that are jumping out at me. The arm confidence, obviously, this is going to be a field side throw. This is a man's throw. You're going to have to come across and cover a lot of ground. It's a lot different when you could sit there and say this is a 10-yard completion on this side of the field versus a 10-yard completion that had to go approximately 20 yards in the air on this side. Now, I like this as well because when Bubba is deciding to pull this trigger, this is what we call anticipation right here. Now, you have somebody open in a flat. Maybe that's the easier read right there, so we got to go ahead and do our due diligence and call that out. But in this case, I like the mechanics too. I love this with that. This is a guy that uses his rotational acceleration to get him into zero, so I like that as well. And in this case, anticipation. He's throwing the ball before the wide receiver has his back turned, and he needed that too. Because as the ball's in the air, you could see if he's a little bit late, a little bit more deliberate in his movements, or if he just pulled the trigger just a hair later, that's going to be an incompletion or worse. So that's good stuff right there from Bubba. I love quarterbacks that can be quick twitch. In this case, Bubba Chandler, you got some twitchiness, son. Right here. Boom. Little subtle, quick movements. Just buys you the time that you need. Get the quick feet. Keep your eyes downfield. Bang. Now that is the trajectory I like to see. You're going to see Bubba carry out the play fake. His ability to stay tall in the pocket can't be overstated. He's using his 6'3" frame, and he's going to be able to leverage this throw really, really well. And let's just watch that trajectory. It's one thing to have arm confidence, right? You have the ability to, throw the ball and have the confidence, but you got to have the arm capability to make these throws. And in this case, bingo. Nice frozen rope, bang for 6. Let's go back and watch this in real time. Here you go. That's that nice frame I like from the quarterback. He's staying tall. He's using his rotational acceleration to get his lower half involved. Just what a pretty throw. Good stuff. So here's another check I like to check off in the quarterback checklist. Are they zone read capable? And in this case, what do I mean? Can the quarterback pull the ball on his zone read fake and keep the defenses honest enough that if they forget about him in the run game, he's able to pick up the first down and potentially some more? And in this case, Bubba Chandler, I think the answer is yes, because just pay attention to the defensive end at the top of the screen. He's going to go ahead and crash down hard at the mesh point on the running back. He actually tackles the running back. Big mistake on this play. Chandler goes ahead and rattles off a big play with his feet. Is this Lamar Jackson? Is this somebody who's going to score on a play like this? No, not necessarily. But when you need to keep teams and defenses honest, Bubba Chandler is more than capable of doing so. So there's a big difference when a quarterback uses his head to find his wide receiver versus using his eyes. And you could tell Bubba Chandler's using his eyes because just look at the middle of the field. Now, first of all, kudos to the offensive line, man. I would have loved to have these kind of pockets when I played, but good job, Hog Mollies. But in this case, it's just him and a Mike linebacker. And the fact that he's searching for this wide receiver with his eyes, not necessarily his head, his head never varied or wandered from the center of the field. Linebacker jumps out late. Now, if he's going in this direction, maybe the linebacker has a beat on the ball. Perfectly thrown ball. Bang. But I like this. I like this a lot. Let's just go back and watch. Just watch this head warfare, right? Call it subtle head warfare. Look, vision. Good job. Find it with your eyes, not with your head. Keep the defense at bay. You can manipulate them more than they manipulate you. 10-set personnel, you have trips to the field. They're going to take the 2 wide receiver, and they're going to go ahead and fake them on a bubble screen. That's going to get a lot of attention. And there's going to be a corner that's going to flash open and be a touchdown. But the reason why I'm going to point this out, look at Bubba Chandler's mechanics on this. He's been really good on this film to essentially step up into his throw. But on this one, he's going to go ahead and release this with no pressure. Okay, this isn't a move he decided to do with pressure. He's going to throw this off his back foot. There it is. It's more falling away from the target than it necessarily was into the target. Now, I always like to ask why. And we just talked about it. There isn't somebody bearing down on him. But in this case, when you see the window that he sees, he is a type of quarterback that is going to forsake his mechanics at times for the now versus the perfect. And what I mean like that, okay, sometimes the defense is the timing, the way it breaks open, you get jammed, your wide receiver's jammed at the wide. Sometimes you're just going to need to get especially in the RPO game, right? You're going to have to get your wide receiver the ball now. You don't always have the capability of pulling the trigger with your footwork pristine and in line. And here you go. Right here, he sees that he has a quick window now to throw the ball. He doesn't want to step into this. He's just going to throw it. And it's a good decision, too, because maybe if he takes a little bit of a second to go ahead and realign his feet, step up into the throw, maybe get this cornerback to bail off, and basically he's playing in his cover 3 kind of technique, fading back onto the ball. He can make a play on this corner route, but in that case, perfectly thrown ball, threw it off platform, threw it off his back foot. It wasn't bad mechanically. You just had to see what the quarterback saw, and in that case, he saw the ability to get his wide receiver the ball now.